Hey, welcome back YouTube. This is Gord and you're watching my Minecraft 1.3.1 Let's Play. So it's been a while. I'm sorry for those of you who have been waiting for this, more episodes for this to come out. I have been kind of slacking on the Minecraft Let's Play. I've been doing actually an Amnesia Let's Play, Amnesia The Dark Descent. It's a great game all around. If you haven't seen any of my Let's Plays for that, go check it out. It's an awesome game. It's king of psychological horrors, and that's saying a lot to me because I've played quite a few psychological horror games. So check that one out. It's awesome. But back to this. If you're watching the last episode, I went and I found an NPC village, and I started to do a little bit of trading. Now, through the trading, I realized I could make a good trade trading paper for emeralds, and then through that I could use the emeralds to do whatever. So what I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to need paper anyway for bookshelves and enchanting tables and whatnot, I'm going to make a sugarcane farm. Now, there are many different types of sugarcane farms. Mine's going to be an automated sugarcane farm. Now, there are many different types of automated sugarcane farms. Some are meant for automatic harvesting, some are meant for automatic gathering, some are meant for both. I'm going to be doing one that's meant for automatic harvesting, and then I can just walk in and pick it up myself. Now, first of all, I want to say that while this idea may have been used, there's only so many different ways you can make an automated sugarcane farm. So the idea that I've come up with might have been done elsewhere. I haven't checked. But I want to assure you guys that I haven't gone and stolen somebody else's idea. If I had, I would credit them. Okay. But what I did was I went into a creative world on Superflat, and I hashed out a few ideas, and eventually I came up with something that I liked. And it's not too complicated, so you guys at home can do it. And yeah, so basically I'm going to use some pistons to knock down some sugarcane and be able to walk in and gather it all up. Now, what I've done is I've taken the liberty of getting some resources together. As you can see here, I have some redstone, some pistons, some repeaters, some sand for the sugarcane to grow on, some dirt, just in case I want to use it for whatever. Sugarcane, of course, that's the main ingredient. I'm going to need that to plant with. Some glass for a little kind of ceiling kind of thing, you'll see. Some buckets, which I'm going to fill with water actually, and some stone bricks. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get started on this. So first of all, I'm going to gather up just a little bit of water here. Now, I'm not I'd forgotten exactly what I need to make an infinite water source. I know I could make an infinite water source with just 2 blocks, but I think if I throw down 3 blocks of water in a channel, well, you'll see what I'm right about to do it now, so you'll see. I won't need to make an infinite water source, is basically what I'm getting at here. So I've dug out, as you can see, 4 little holes here, and they're going to basically, they're just marking off where I'm going to be digging the little channels for the water to flow, so that the sugarcanes have somewhere to get the water from, because sugarcane needs to be planted within 1 block away from water. Like, water needs to be right next to it. So these right here are going to be filled with water, and that's going to help the sugarcane grow. So I'm going to dig this out. And also, I'm going to dig out the spaces in between and put sand down. Because if you didn't know, sugarcane grows much faster on sand than it does dirt. So by putting some sand down, I'm really going to help increase the speed at which my sugarcane grows, and I'm just going to make things move just a little bit faster. This sugarcane is fairly slow to grow. I mean, it's one of those kind of set and forget things, you just kind of set it up, you walk away, do something else, come back, it's fully grown later on. So let's get some sand down. Alright, now, trying to remember exactly what I've done here before. Put down 3 blocks here, and then I should be able to grab the middle block, and it'll keep refilling itself. So now I can grab any one of those blocks, except for the side blocks, as long as it's in the middle. If I take one of the source blocks from the side, it will not replenish itself, and that will look ugly. So let's we're gonna fill all this up, all these channels up with water, and then we can move on to the next step of setting up this automatic sugar farm. Now, I was thinking about building this off camera originally, I'll be honest guys, but I figured this might be something, you know, you guys might want to see, you guys could do for yourselves, and you know, overall it's gonna be fun. Where's the sun at right now? I can't even see it. Oh, I think it's starting to go down. So in a minute, I'm actually gonna go back inside and get some sleep so that I don't have to do this in the middle of the night. But actually, I could probably do that now. I'm gonna do that right now, real quick. Just gonna run inside. Oops. And get some sleep so I can come back out, do this in the morning. I won't have to worry about monsters attacking me. Oh, come on. There we go. Nothing like some sleep after half a day's work. Alright, so let's head back out there. Now, I haven't really... I'm kind of playing around with how this is going to look. When I was building it on my creative server, I did it I did it all with dirt, so it looked fairly ugly. So this is actually going to be a little bit of a trial and error for how I get it to look. Now what I did want to do is I wanted to... well, here, you guys will see how as I go, okay? I'm going to put down some wood here. Now the pistons are going to go on top of this wood, because I want to be able to knock the sugarcane off, but I don't want it to be knocked off from the bottom, because I want it to continue growing. I don't want to have to replant any of that. So if I knock it off at the second tier of sugarcane, then I won't have to worry about replanting. It'll just continue to grow. So let's pull out my pistons, and that'd be good to start with. So now you want to put down pistons facing where you're going to plant the sugarcanes. So I've taken the liberty of gathering 20 pistons, and that will hopefully do this. Now if you don't know how to make pistons, you just look it up on the wiki. The wiki is great for everything. You can just you can Google Minecraft recipes, and you'll get a whole page full of all the different crafting recipes you can make. But there we go. So the reason I left a space in the middle here is because, unfortunately, the way redstone works, it's sometimes a pain in the butt to get everything hooked up the way you want it to. So I'm going to be using repeaters. Now there might be more efficient ways of doing this. This is just how I'm doing it. So, well, you know what? If you got a better idea, you can leave it in the comments, and I might change this up. But I'm pretty much just going to leave this the way it is. Okay, so now underneath all the pistons are wood, and underneath that is some water. Now, here, to hook this up with the least amount of hassle, as far as I know, I'm going to be putting redstone repeaters, just like this. Because if I were to place the pistons right where the repeaters are and just leave one space, the redstone itself would not hook up to it. Here, I can actually, well, just take my word on it. But if you place the repeaters instead of just directly pistons, the redstone will see how it's going off to both ends. See, that's what we want. So we can do that. Now I'm going to put some more wood here. I think I might have to run back into my house and grab some more wood. Yep, so I'm going to do that real quick. So used to playing Amnesia, I keep pushing shift to run, and that's quite the opposite in this game. That's how you crouch and move much slower, so it's probably not the best idea if I want to move fast. So let's grab some wood here. And let's go back out there and finish this off. Now this may not look the best once it's done, but it will be quite functional and it will work just the way I want it to, which is really all that matters. You know, I can try and maybe pretty it up later, but for now, functional is all I need. So as you can see, I placed more redstone repeaters connecting up to all the pistons. So that just makes things easier to connect everything up. Now, pretty much I'm almost done. One thing I wanted to do is, with a lot of these, well here, first I'll connect up all this the way it should go. Okay, so I might do something to hide the redstone wiring a little later on, but for now, you know, I'm not too worried about how it looks. So now I'm going to show you something here. If I were to place, see how that's like that? That's about how high sugarcane will grow. Now the problem with just leaving this the way it is, well, first of all, hold on, I need some stone to make a, or no, cobblestone will work. Well, I need cobblestone anyway. I'm gonna make a lever real quick. I'd forgotten to do that. Sorry guys. I thought I was prepared, but not quite all the way prepared. Is it stone or is it cobblestone? I always get them mixed up. Oops. It's just regular cobblestone. That's cool. So now, as you can see, when I go back there and I place this lever, we can get a feel for how this is going to be. Now the problem with leaving this just the way it is that, as you can see, when it grows that high and I hit this, some of it will get landing on top, and I mean right now in this particular instance it didn't really land on top too badly, but once I have everything here set up, I'm gonna have an issue with sugarcane landing on top of the pistons, and I won't be able to just walk in here and grab it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little glass roof on this so that once the sugarcane reaches the top height, it's not going to grow any higher than 3 blocks. So like this. Now I have connected textures on, which I'm starting to actually not like too much. I'm not a real big fan of how glass looks with connected textures, so I might be changing that down the road. But anyway, so I'm going to put a little roof on this, and what this will do is it'll stop the sugarcane from getting knocked off and being placed up top somewhere. Also, just for now, place some dirt in the back of this. Just kinda, I don't know. I'll pretty this up later, and I'll show you what I did with it in the next episode. But it's just to kind of give it a good look. Anyway, so now if I have the sugarcane planted, it'll grow up to 3 blocks high. 1, 2, 3. And when I knock it off, there's no chance of it getting knocked up over on either side. So it'll all be contained in this little chamber, which is exactly what I want. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. And there we have it. So now, whenever I go to knock these off, I just hit the switch. It'll knock all of the sugarcane above the first level off, and I'll be able to collect it all up. So I'm going to plant the sugarcane now. And this will give me a harvest of, I have 10 in each of these chambers. So when all of them are fully grown, I will have, sorry, I didn't do the math real quick. I will have 40, yeah, because there will be 20 above the pistons and 20 above the pistons over here. So every time they're fully grown, I can hit this switch and I'll have 40 sugarcane. So while it's not the most efficient way to maximize sugarcane, like say I wanted to get hundreds of sugarcane as fast as I wanted, if I just wanted to get a whole bunch of sugarcane really fast, I would go and I just plant all along the shoreline, and then come back to it in a day or so and just have hundreds of sugarcane. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a sustainable and renewable way to farm them with a little ease. So, as you can see, here's the sugarcane farm. Now, obviously, it's slightly ugly with the redstone going along the outside, and the repeater is just kind of hanging out there in the open. And I'm not a big fan of how it looks with the glass like that, but I will do something to pretty this up. So that's it. Let's make sure I used everything that I wanted to use. I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah. So that's it. That's a automatic sugarcane farm for automated harvesting, and that's how you do it for yourself. Now, as you can see, this is definitely left open for you to change it for however you feel. But the basic principle of it is you want pistons 1 block off the ground, and you want sugarcane in between. Sorry guys, my throat's a little scratchy right now. I don't know why. So yeah, there we go. So I'm going to leave that and let it grow for a while and come back to it at a later date. For now, I'll just show you around, give you an update. Now, one of the people who's commenting, Mellowfellow4, he suggested that I put some wooden, well, any kind of slabs. I chose wooden slabs down over top of the water so that the wheat would still grow. It would still have access to the water, but I could walk over top, and it'd just make it a lot easier to harvest and make it a lot easier to plant and give me better walkways. So thank you, Mellowfellow4. That's a great idea. I'm surprised I didn't think of it myself. So yeah, everything's going good with the farm. Just a little update. We've actually had chickens growing. Chickens have been spawning in outside the farm. Like, I spent all that time looking for chickens, and then they just decide to spawn in around here. But as you can see, I've got lots of chickens going right now. I'm gonna go in here and gather up some eggs. Lots of chickens, lots of eggs. And they love their hen house, I'll tell you that. So I got 13 eggs. Let's see if we can get any randomly spawning chickens. Okay. Alright, none as far as I could see, unless I missed one there. But yeah, actually earlier on today I threw a couple eggs and I had a few chickens spawn off it. I don't know what you're doing out here, buddy, but you're no use to me, so okay. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Next episode I'll have a bunch of sugarcane gathered up, and I'll go back and I'll do a little more trading, but I'll also hopefully be doing some enchanting. What I want to do is I want to build a kind of lag, Jesus. I want to build a kind of sort of wizard tower, and I want to connect it up to my house here, maybe in this back corner, maybe off to the side. I haven't really planned that out too much, but it's going to be like a neat little like wizard's tower where I'm going to keep the brewing stations and the enchanting tower and the enchanting table. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. We did get something done today. We got a nice sugarcane farm going, and yeah, it's been fun. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, click the like button. If you love it, click the favorite button. If you want to see more, subscribe. As always, comments are greatly appreciated, and I try to respond to all the ones I get. So yeah, this is Gord, and thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy, YouTube.